Shalom, GOYIM. How are you? Well, today is February 28th, 2018. And we're not doing too well, are we? Everything's down. You probably weren't asking yourself, where are you, Mordecai? How come your videos are gone? You're not on YouTube. Where's Mordecai? Ari, my cousin Ari, he called me up the other day. You know, he emailed me, he called me. He said, Mordecai, we haven't heard from you. Mario's been wondering where you've been. You know, you've done this before. And I told him, I'm in Israel. What's it look like I'm doing? You know, I did a very, very intensive study of the Talmud in Jerusalem for the past month, and I've been ignoring cryptos and ignoring everything. It's kind of like Shomer Shabbos for a month, you know. I just went there and studied the Talmud. And very, very productive, very productive. You know, sometimes, Goyim, when you want to get something done, and you feel very strongly about something, you gotta just take everything in your life and put it on the back burner. Relationships, hobbies, recipes, food, errands. You gotta take everything and just throw it in the shed and just focus on that one thing. That's how you get good at something. Everything, nothing else matters except reading the Talmud. And that's what I did for a month. And, you know, you want to make it, if you want to get really good at something, you want to make people worried about you when you're doing it. Because you've been ignoring everything else in your life. That's when you know you're going to get good at something. When they're going, you know, have you seen Michael Jordan lately? He didn't even show up to his dentist appointment. What is he doing over there? Oh, he's still playing basketball. Or, you know, has anyone, has anyone talked to Bill Gates in a while? You know, he hasn't eaten anything, and he is eating supper in a few months. Oh, he's programming upstairs in his room, Ellen. Well, he's been up there for months at a time, you know, and that's how you get good at something. You gotta obsess over it, and you gotta just ignore everything else. Because if you never do that, then you're never gonna become the master of your skill. You know, it's like that book by Malcolm Gladwell. In order to become the master at something, to be the top of your field, you gotta spend 10,000 hours doing it, and then you will be one of the best. But I'm not sure I'm getting with this. You know, what we were talking about cryptos. You know, there's all these people. I'm on screen share right now. And we're not even talking about. Here we go. Well, we're about to go to screen share. But what was I talking about? We're talking about cryptos. I'm sorry, Goyim. I'm sorry. You know, I haven't done a show in a while, and I'm sitting here talking to you about other stuff that doesn't matter. I mean, it's really hard to make money right now. The market's been moving sideways. You know, you're wondering where Mordecai's been. You know, a lot of you are probably taking a chunk of your portfolio and tossing it in BitMEX, and you're swing trading Bitcoin with leverage trades. I mean, that's an option if you're gonna go that route. I mean, if my United States users, you gotta use a VPN, of course, to access the site. Be a little nervous having funds on there. Let's check out the price, the prices though. So what we got going on over here? You know, everything's down. Is anything up at all? Anything? Game credits, Blocknet, Tron, 0.53%. Yeah, it's been a very rough month in crypto. Very rough month. Very past month and a half, not been so fun. You know, it's times like these that make me wonder, you know, how we're gonna make it to $1 trillion. Look at that. Looks like we kind of found a floor here, though. Where did it go back up? The 17th, it had a little bit of a rally, and then it went back down. You know, that rally right there looks like it might have found a floor earlier in the week. Yeah, and Wednesday it might have found a floor. I don't know, I'm talking out of my ass. Let's look at the 7-day chart. Yeah, you know, it's kind of hovering around $450 billion in market cap for the past week now. You know, I don't think we're going to drop below 400 billion anytime soon. That early February, I was in Tel Aviv on the beach, and I remember Moshe, he was texting me, and he was calling me, and he was going, Mordecai, we're going to lose all our money. And I told him, I said, you know, Moshe, I'm on the beach right now. I don't really feel like talking. I know I said we're studying the Talmud, but, you know, I was in the middle of on a little bit of a break, you know, from studying the Talmud in Tel Aviv. And I didn't care. Sometimes you gotta do that, GOYIM. You gotta take a break from the computer for a while. You never take a break, you're never gonna, I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. So, you know, we peaked in January, $800 million. Everyone was like, we should probably sell our cryptos, but we didn't. I know what you're thinking. And now everything's in the red. Everything's in the red. I don't know what we're doing here, GOYIM. It doesn't seem like crypto doesn't know what it's doing. You know, first it's up, then it's down, and then it goes down, and then it goes down some more. It seems like government regulations were starting to kick in January, and all the fun for taxation and the Korea fund. It just kind of killed the market. And now the market's kind of trying to sort itself out here. Trying to figure out what the next step is. So, you know, I know I've shielded DEX coins, before I went on my little break, my little hiatus. And I was shielding 0x pretty heavily. I'm a little nervous about 0x now. Not only because I'm weak hands and, you know, it's been taking a bit of a slide here, but Paradex, one of the dexes that was building with the 0x token, it recently decided it was going to go with Ethereum to cover in trade fees, the ZRX token, which, I mean, if more of these dexes that are built with the protocol start to use Ethereum and collecting trade fees in Ethereum and just use the 0x protocol to build the exchange, well, then it limits the value and the use case of the 0x token to just a governance token. And that's not looking too good for the price and the potential market cap for the token. You know, they got to make changes to the protocol, and a lot of these apps are built on the protocol. And I get it, you know, you want to have governance over who does what to the JavaScript library. But, you know, that's not going to help the price if it's not used in the transaction fees. And if Radar Relay, or heaven forbid, ERCDEX or DDEX decide not to go with ZRX in the transaction fees, again, we could be looking at a 50-cent price in ZRX, which would not be pretty. Would not be pretty indeed. But, you know, I'm not worrying too much because everything's down. You know, the one coin, I've railed on it in the past. And, you know, it's continued to put up the good fight, this Chainlink. Number 77. Now, you probably won't need this up. You know, Mordecai, you were railing against Chainlink a while back. What made you change your mind? And, you know, I was reading somewhere in some Deloitte publication about the Oracle problem. And I first heard about the Oracle problem through various artists that were showing me Chainlink, and I thought it was just a meme. And then I saw the Deloitte, and I decided to do a little bit more research to find out it's, you know, kind of a major deal. You know, you got a data feed into a contract, or a, contract. And if that data feed gets corrupted, and there's only one data feed feeding into that contract, then the contract's going to be null. You know, it's going to be a void contract. But if it executes, then you've got an executed contract on corrupted data. That could be a major problem in the court system when you have all these bad, poorly executed contracts that were executed on faulty data. So the idea would be you would have multiple data feeds into a contract, and if one or two of those data feeds were bad and corrupted, but you had 7 or 8 that were good, those would outweigh the corrupted data feeds. And so that's a Chainlink node, and you set up these nodes, and you host your node, and you get paid in Chainlink, and the more Chainlink you have, the more reputable your node is, and the more money you can make with your node. It took me a while to wrap my head around this concept. But essentially what Sergey Nazarov's trying to do is make crypto smart contracts more feasible for the business world, you know. Then right now they just, you know, you write a smart contract, you Solidity file, and you create a shitcoin. But in the future, banks and derivatives traders, they're going to be writing all types of smart contracts and executing trades without having to go through various financial stuff. I don't even know. I asked my cousin Ari, and he told me, he explained it to me, but it went right over my head. So I think Chainlink, I bought some Chainlink. I bought it at the high like a moron. And then I bought a little bit more at about, 60 cents. And it's at 65 cents right now. I think, you know, these stinky linkies out there, you gotta be a little skeptical. I know I got the digits. $1,000. My stinky winky stays super stinky or something. I don't know. It stays as stinky as my wife, I tell you that much. But you know, it's a decent crypto. Sergey Nazarov's got a big belly in his gut, and a big mind to complement it. And I think that crypto will go far. You know. And lastly, I want to say, at first glance, you look at Swift and you're wondering what Swift is. I'm gonna pull up Swift right now. This is an extra long video today, GOYIM. I haven't made one in a while. Probably no one's gonna watch it because it's 15 minutes long. But you know, I'm not gonna pull it up. We're gonna cover Swift in the next video. And I want you, GOYIM, to know what Swift is. Because Swift, GOYIM, and a lot of GOYIM don't know, but Jews do. I know they do. Because we run Swift. Swift is very, very, very big in the banking industry. It's the Western Union of the banks. Well, that's been it today's show, GOYIM. I want you to huddle hard. It's March. It's March. So cryptos might be going up. You know. The weather's gonna start warming up, you know. You're gonna see puddles. You're gonna see slush. You know, if you're in the northern part of the country, it's gonna get, you know, a little lighter out. The days are gonna start getting longer. You're gonna walk out at 5 o'clock. You're only gonna need a light coat. You're gonna think this was wonderful. And then you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna look at your block folio, and it's gonna be up. Just give it until, you know. Oh. And we get tax refunds this month. So people are going to be getting the refund, and then they're going to be going on Coinbase and buying Ethereum. Ethereum might not be a bad hodl right now because of that. So expect that type of thing to happen. We're going to get a bump there. And that's it for this month. That's this episode. Alright, Goyim. You know, I had a fun time in this video. I plan on making more videos. Maybe I'll make one later in the week. I'll discuss Swift with you, Goyim. Alright. What da Goyim? Over and out.